Ancient gods and a dark dominion on the island of Minos ruled the earth prior to the Great Flood. A strong bull deity governed the Dark Empire, and as evil and human folly increased, a horrible beast emerged. To keep the beast under control, it was separated from its mother and put in a labyrinth. In the Dark Empire of Minos, a law was made that mandated the removal of 8 young people from their families and their sacrifice in the beast's maze every 3 years. Village leader Theo and his friend Danu go into a dark character who informs them about a legislation intended as retaliation for a former royal. The village chief declines when Theo, his son, and his father talk about fighting to keep their kids from being stolen. Theo witnesses wolves approaching his sheep one morning, but he is unable to save them. He locates an elderly woman in a cave while pursuing the wolf. The shattered medallion that belonged to the person Theo loves and was stolen as a sacrifice to the beast is the mark that Theo recognizes on the tree. An elderly witch tells a young man named Theo that he must kill the Minotaur in order to save a young woman he loves. Despite his father's advice to remove the flock, Theo is adamant about killing the Minotaur. When the Empire ships reach the settlement, soldiers seize Theo. When Theo, an old witch's buddy, chooses to murder the beast, his father bemoans the circumstance. The 8 young people are brought to Emperor Dolan's presence on the high seas, where he commands the sacrifice of 2 young ladies. The monster is summoned and the girls are flung into an iron-barred hole. After that, the girls are cast into a pit, which has been prepared for the collective sacrifice of the 8 young people. The princess tries to woo Theo after escorting him to her room. Theo threatens her after refusing to be seduced by her. A girl from the last sacrifice named Rafaela begs Theo to assist her in escaping the beast. Theo is brought to the palace when Duan and his soldiers arrive. The young people are adamant about saving both Theo and the Minotaur, but Theo's father is forced to question whether he can kill the creature. Dolan sedates and imprisons Theo while threatening Rafaela. Theo is put in the labyrinth, while the other young people are led to the hole where the beast is. Theo hears a heavy breathing sound and shouts reverberating throughout the space. A loyal young girl is the beast's first victim, and it rushes out to devour her. Before she dies, her excruciating screams reverberate throughout the labyrinth. In the rock, Theo and Morna discover an odd smell emanating from a fissure that resembles Dolan's gas. Vina wants to get away, and Theo and the others want to find the others. Theo and Mora talk about their acts. To become Duan's woman and bear his child, Rafaela is brought to his room. While the others hide close by, Theo offers to be the bait. Rafaela says her servant is waiting for them and she knows a way out. Everyone flees for their lives as the beast's horn kills Vina. Another friend, Day, comes to and assists them in getting to the exit. Before they can open the door, Duan and his goons approach and murder her. There is silence when Rafaela calls for her servant to open the door. One of the young people is knocked down by the beast, who then roars angrily at everyone. Tyro and Theo keep walking while One Direction, Theo, Danu, Na, and Rafaela, runs. A peculiar man named Turk, who has lived there for a long period, is approached by Theo and his pals. He gives them a small map of the area. Although Turg exhibits symptoms of mental instability, Theo finds some of the information useful, such as the creature's napping. Princess Rafaela is traversing the labyrinth after escaping the beast. At the brink of the pit, Duke Kalen yells to the beast that he will retrieve Rafaela. Theo threatens Tag to tell him where Fan is since he thinks she is still alive. Theo makes Turg tell him where Fan is as the beast gets closer. Tyro and Day climb up to the palace entrance after falling in love. Theo recognizes that he needs to assist his surviving buddies after Day stumbles onto the beast's horn. While Danu and the others are looking for Theo, they become aware that the beast is moving closer to attack him. Theo hears his friend's voice reverberating around the room as Danu begs for him to look after Morna. A young man named Theo gets enraged after a monster throws him into a labyrinth. He ignites a fire and gives them hope for survival by tossing half of the iron medallion. Local resident Rafila exposes the Minotaur's history and the villagers' fictitious obligation to it. The miner emerges as Theo and Rafaela flee the gas source. Arriving in a rage over the loss of day, Tyro orders Theo to flee as he lunges towards the beast. Tyro dies a needless death before Theo can save him. The monster crashes into the labyrinth wall when Theo summons it to attack. Theo retrieves the iron medallion to create sparks, and the bewildered monster pursues him. Theo just reaches Rafaela before the labyrinth is consumed by flames. Great destruction occurs as the beast is consumed by the flames. Morna is hidden with a tag when Theo and Rafaela make their underwater escape. After discovering a way out that lets in sunshine, they emerge onto the main area of the palace, where everything has been demolished. By suffocating Theo, Rafaela guarantees a brighter future for everybody.